Elrond just came to me like, Thorin who? Come on now. I've got the nose big enough. I can get it done. Yes! Oh, I'm so glad I finally got something right. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Afan, and today we're gonna watch The Rings of Power. Season 1 we're in. Episode 3 was just released, and so here I am watching it. It's called Adar, or Adar.
Duh.
I like to roll their R's in the show, so maybe it's that. Anyways, yeah, first 2 episodes were pretty, decent. I enjoyed them. I went in with very low expectations though, and I think because of that I enjoyed it quite a lot. And so yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this one. Yeah, the first couple of episodes were pretty decent. I enjoyed them. I did go in with very low expectations, but they were better than what I was hearing from most people in the comments. But yeah, I'm enjoying the show, man. It's pretty decent. Anyways, before we jump into the 3rd episode, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode and the first 2 episodes and the future episodes and all the other shows and movies and everything, you can. It's on my Patreon, link in the description to my Patreon. Also, these videos go up earlier on Patreon, as well as the full-length reactions. They go up early on Patreon as well. So yeah, there's that. Thank you so much, patrons, for supporting me all this time. YouTube members, subscribers, viewers, people who like, comment, share, all of you. Thank you so very much, man, for supporting me all this time. And I'll be giving away some free merch for your continued support on Patreon. So thank you so very much. Now then, a couple of things before we continue into episode 3. Yeah, I am enjoying it. I am liking the new Stranger Things, storyline. This guy came into the Middle Earth in a fireball. And at first it looked like he might be Sauron. I still don't know who he might be, because at the time that he's coming in, all these things are happening, like the plague and the I don't know what to call it, that black stuff that came out of the cow, and the trees are dying and Morgoth's taken over, and it's all going down, right? And Galadriel thinks that evil has not gone yet. It's still pretty much there, and she's searching for it, and everybody else thinks it's all gone. But as we know, because we have seen the Lord of the Rings movies, and the future reaction to that is on the channel as well, by the way. Love those movies, that's why I'm watching the show. That evil is not gone. It's pretty much there, and it's coming back, and we all know what happens in the future. So all of that is still going on, and so the way it looks, and then the way he drops on the ground, and it's like it makes like a circle, and he's in the middle, and it kind of looks like an eye, and we know the eye in this world, the eye of Sauron, right? So I was like, could this be Sauron coming in? I don't know, but then I was like, well, Sauron already exists, because we got a scene, where they talk about Sauron, and they kind of show us, or rather like a dark silhouette of him. So I'm like, maybe this is like the human body version, do you know what I mean, of Sauron? I'm not entirely sure what is going on there. Then we see a bit more of the stranger, and we're like, okay, this could be Gandalf, because when he's with the Harfeet, or hobbits, or equivalent of hobbits, I still don't know how exactly that works. And we know Gandalf loves the hobbits, and the hobbits are taking care of him. They took him in, so maybe that's where it all started. Also, the way he's talking to the fireflies and stuff, it's reminded me of him talking to the other flies in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. He does have magic, and then there's another point that actually led me to think maybe it is Sauron, which was the fireflies dying after he made the stars and everything. I'm like, ooh, he just killed him. Gandalf surely wouldn't do that. Could this be Sauron? And now we're back to square one. So I'm very confused as to who the stranger is. You guys who have read the books and stuff, you probably already know who this is. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into episode 3. Adar. I don't know how to say it, man. There's a whole storyline of that elf who is...
He's dead, come on!
All right, he broke his leg as well. And that elf is stuck underground as well with the orcs. Orcses.
It was orcs.
Is that the mark of your people's king?
My people have no king.
When they said that, and he said, my people has no king, it kind of made me think maybe he is his people's king.
Or the fire
I don't know.
expanded.
taking a last look.
It has changed much, Watchward.
But the men...
This guy, yeah. He's trapped underground with the orcs. Sisses.
Someone dug this passage.
Something. Men did not do this.
There's some orcs in her house as well. There you go. Yep. He was taken. I like the intro. The intro is pretty cool, you know? It's very simple, yet pretty cool. I should have worn that shirt. I got the shirt with the tree. Kind of looks like a snake. Looks like a colony of ants. Actually kind of looked like a pit with the sand falling down the pit. Rings of power. All right, and then there's a whole thing going on with Durin and Elrond. I think the thing that they're trying to achieve is building the rings of power. Not entirely sure about that one though, but yeah, we'll see. I've already got the one ring of fire. I almost said the one ring of power, the one ring to rule them all, bind them all, you know, and so on and so forth. Elrond sure just came to me like, Thorin who? Come on now. I've got the nose big enough. I can get it done.
For Adar. But not for you!
Adar will. Not entirely sure who Adar is.
For Adar.
Or is Adar a name of a place? I thought Adar was the name of a place going into it. Seems like maybe it would be a person?
Great servant stuff about. Now dig!
Oh, elves. That's that partner of his, right? Ah, right, okay. They've captured pretty much all of them, not just him, huh? It would seem like, okay. Is she getting visions?
She lives.
Our hosts. Saviors or captives?
It's not poison, if that's your concern.
Take his word for it. All right, you know what? Swam together, die together, right? Oh, says. Oh, I remember that. The horse-like structures. Is it? Oh, I don't remember their sigils though, or banners or whatever. The dude that had in what was it? Helm's Deep. Rohan.
The Eldar. On board my ship.
Is that even a thing at this point?
I'm obliged to deliver you safely to my betters. They will answer your questions, not I. We're nearly there.
Nearly where?
Home.
Build suspense. Oh, he took her dagger. That's her dagger, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. I'm like, that looks familiar. And then she moved forward. I'm like, okay, cool. That's why. Wait a minute. It's this. I feel like I know this place. The sun and the horses. These big ass mountain statues stuff.
There is only one place it can be. The land of the star.
Numenor?
The westernmost of all mortal realms. The island kingdom.
Yes! Oh, I'm so glad I finally got something right. Fuck off, man. You have no idea how much I wanted to get that right. I'm like, I knew this place. Come on, then. I'm happy. All right, let's go. I got my one thing right. I know that was after she made all the, made it easy, gave me another clue as well, but still, come on.
Since when did men like me build kingdoms such as this?
These men are not like you. In the Great Wall, your ancestors stood with Morgoth.
Yeah.
The elves. As a reward, the Valar granted them this island. It has changed much since then.
Do I detect a note of envy?
Sorrow.
I
went freely from these shores.
I don't.
Sharing gifts, knowledge.
What happened?
Numenor began to turn away.
So I was gonna say the thing about this Galadriel, this new Galadriel, or rather old Galadriel, is that she's very different in her personality. Do you know what I mean? And I was thinking because she's young, you know, and she's a general or whatever commander, so maybe this is how she is. And then the older she gets, and by older, obviously she's an elf, so we mean hundreds of years, perhaps thousands. She's then changed. And these structures, truly majestic. I love the architect in this show, but in this world so much. You know, with the dwarf, they had the block sort of shape similar to the Hobbit movies as well.
Captain, the Queen Regent is occupied, as is Chancellor Farazon. I suggest that...
I've seen that helmet before. Not that, but something similar to that. What's his name? Faramir. He was wearing that, right?
No one kneels in Numenor.
Daughter of the Golden House of Finarfin, commander of the northern armies of High King Gil-galad.
Halbrand. Of the Southlands.
Reminds me of that Danny and John scene. When they meet at Dragonstone.
Your captain here delivered us from certain death. All we ask is that Numenor continue his mercy and grant us ship's passage to Middle-earth.
That's all, yeah. Just a couple of ships and and too much.
It is because of the elves that you were given this island. Surely
Okay.
we share a few planks and a rudder.
Well, that's a great way to negotiate. Or rather, not negotiate, rather ask. She's not negotiating, she's asking. Doesn't look like it.
With the blood of their kin.
What the elf means.
Then if blood be the price of passage, I will pay it.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. She's kind of arrogant. Maybe that's how she... I haven't read the book, so I don't know. Maybe that's how she is.
Welcome.
And you are quickly wearing out yours. Guards.
My friends,
Yeah, like, what is she doing?
perhaps it'd be better if we stayed
Stayed?
long enough to give you and your advisors adequate time to weigh our request.
Request, keyword. Galadriel? Come on now.
And the elf is to be restricted to palace grounds.
I will not be made a prisoner.
I would sooner kneecap a stallion than seek to imprison the mighty commander of the northern. You shall be Numenor's guest.
Captain, my gratitude.
Do they know each other? They know each other, yeah?
You leapt into the sea to save one life. I seek to save many.
I have been searching for my peace for longer than you know. Perhaps some peace could do you good as well.
Yeah, it would. Hey, see? It's not that bad. Come on now, Galadriel. Smile a bit.
Originally of a noble line, now a sea guardsman, with a son, if memory serves, set to follow him into the service.
Is that his father? Oh, this is his son. Whoa.
Any cadet who earns their place in the Sea Guard,
The Isildur?
Numenor's protector. To the one!
Oh. Just let it go, I guess.
There is no harsher master than the sea.
So that's Isildur, huh? Young Isildur has joined the Discord server. So that's his son? The captain's son?
The sea is always right.
That hard cut implied it. Now what if it's to the left?
9 more days. We passed the sea trial with 4 years. We'll make officer. 10 more, we'll have our own command. 8 more for me. 18 maybe.
There you are.
Very wonderful. This way just to see me. Cantina?
Nah, you go.
Come find us later, all right? Don't be like your brother.
The very tears of the Valar themselves. A living reminder that their eyes and their judgment are ever upon us. Do you believe that?
In my experience, it is unwise to live one's life guessing after signs and portents.
Elendil, an uncommon name.
Elendil.
In the ancient tongue of the Eldar, it can also mean elf friend.
Then are you?
Looks like steam's coming out of her ears.
Sure, since the reign of my grandfather's great-grandfather, you chose to break with that. Why?
It was the sea that put her in my path, and the sea is always right.
Okay.
You cannot commit treason.
But you can. I feel like that's important. You guys will let me know. Yeah, I was gonna say that can't be good. Yeah, alright, cool. That's why they're digging tunnels. That makes sense. Underground, no light. Sauron is not providing the dark clouds anymore? Just like he was before. I mean, I say anymore. He's gonna do that in the future. I keep forgetting that's the future. That right there is the future.
Why would orcs refer to the leader by an elvish word?
Sauron was said to have many names in days of old. Perhaps this is one of them. There's more at work here than we can yet see.
Adar is Sauron.
Whoever of you has to get a glimpse above this trench, you take it.
So the stranger is not Sauron then?
And when the sun is at its strongest, we will make our escape.
It has to be Gandalf or like someone else. I mean, it would be kind of cool if it's someone else, honestly. I'd love to get to know a new character. Not that I won't love to get to see Gandalf again.
And I will make a mess of your batch! And from the earth long before you crawled from whatever wretched place you grew. You've just earned your company. A water ration. Don't be afraid.
That can't be true. This is definitely a trap. Wait, this is for real? Huh. Why the quiet? Why is it quiet? Why the suspenseful music? Is it poisoned or something? What's going on? You pissing it? Yeah, something's going on. Okay then, well, he's dead. Why him? I guess because he's like the least important one.
I will cut it down!
No more blood, that's it? Just tiny bit of blood. What an X, by the way. Orcs are always cutting the trees down. Always. I mean, it makes sense. Trees need the sun, whereas the orcs, they hate the sun. They're kind of natural enemies. But they also need the wood, though, right?
You will inform Farazon that she's escaped.
I informed him last time. That was a dog.
There she is.
Be wiser to steal the half sail. That skiff will hardly get you out of the harbour.
I assure you it's an improvement on my prior mode of passage.
Still, can't let you
It's got that sword with the hole.
charge me with seeing to it that you cause no further disturbance. Believes she saw it as a punishment.
Then she and I have something in common after all. She never brought me here.
Well.
You'll be back at the palace in chains, even further from your destination.
Who is this mortal who speaks to me as if he has the slightest idea?
Again, this arrogance, bro. Just take a chill. Like, what the fuck?
Fast, and a son who runs blind. Your eyes bear a striking resemblance to both.
So call to your guards, or get out of my way.
Lalye Sanke Lowilquen,
Manistelia Coete il Delambe.
where I was raised,
Apparently.
still carved on statues throughout the city, if you look closely enough.
Your Hall of Law, how far is that?
Quarter day's ride. What is it you seek?
Ooh, that's the task. Okay. So he was to gain her trust and something. Who's this guy? Well, if his son is Isildur, the Isildur, then... someone very important. She knows how to laugh. That's a change.
But until you've earned your guild quest, can't forge steel in Numenor.
So how does one get that?
It's you, isn't it?
Certainly appears that way.
What are you called again?
Depends.
Depends on what?
How close we are.
We sail to our island, eating our food, drinking our ale. What will you take next? Our lands? Our trades?
Don't forget your women.
I was gonna say, our women?
Maybe he and the she-elf aren't so close after all. Wager she'd prefer someone of better breeding.
You looking at something?
I'm a guest on your island, and I haven't shown you the faintest bit of gratitude. Next few rounds on me.
That's how you make friends. Let's go.
You're not so bad, low man.
I feel like Galadriel needed to stick by this guy, learn a bit of diplomacy. The other guy looks pretty good too. He's got a stable head. I think it'll be good. Influence on her. Well, hopefully. Hey, got him. That look he gave him, I'm like, all right, he's gonna steal it, isn't he?
Hey, low man.
They figured it out?
Really thought I wouldn't notice.
There it is, yeah.
I don't want any trouble.
Bit late for that, isn't it?
That guy didn't even move.
Don't do that. Why not?
Low man!
Because he's not a low man, right? That's what this is all about. That's why they're calling him low man and everything. Yeah, there you go. Oh my god.
Call me Elrond.
Did he just kill him? Ooh, that kind of looks like the Eye of Sauron.
You didn't say the Hall of Law was assembled by Elros himself.
Elrond's brother, right?
Of course. You knew Elros.
An uncommon spirit. I was always closer with his brother.
Elrond.
Thank you for bringing me here.
That's the one who chose to be mortal, right, Elros?
And it's because of him this place wasn't torn down.
Was loyal to the elves.
Is loyal.
He's still alive?
The account of a human spy retrieved from an enemy dungeon to record the tower's location.
This is like a mountain on a map, yeah.
It is a map of the Southland.
Okay.
If Sauron has indeed returned, up at the beginning.
Oh, I love the music.
That's right. Nobody goes up faith. And nobody walks alone. Nobody goes up faith.
And nobody walks alone.
So it's not better.
This guy.
Broke out from under me. But then I saw you in the grass, right in this clearing. You were so beautiful that day.
Unlike today.
Instant. I knew I'd grow old with you, Margot. We'll make it to the Grove. All of us.
Hopefully.
And we got Nori. No. Look, once that girl puts her head to something, nothing can stop her.
That's kind of true.
Now you lay one paw on that book. If you want to help him find those stars, our best hope is in that book. Brackish Temple, who sometimes murders fireflies. That was an accident. Oh, good idea. You do that. Fetch it from your card.
Aha! Full carts and fuller bellies.
How does she know he's not looking?
It's just, everyone's waiting. Are you all right?
Yes, yes.
Right.
Right. No, I mean left. Yes. No, I'll tell him right now. I'll go straight now.
Calm yourself and get yourself some chestnut pie. Strange girl, that one.
That's pretty smart, though.
Another season has passed in this glade, leaving us with full carts and fuller bellies. Some fuller than most, if we're being honest about it. Miles Bright Apple. stuck in the snows of the mountain pass.
We wait for you.
Chan's proud fellow.
His names. Stars. Is this thing gonna catch fire or something?
Hold your book. Bees. We all loved him, but he was an idiot.
We wait for you.
Yeah, something caught fire, yeah? Oh, he's making the fire hotter or something? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And Gandalf did say he was servant of the fire as well, so there's that.
No way.
Everyone's hiding. Uh-oh.
You have lied, you've stolen, brought a dangerous outsider into our midst.
And she lied.
He already said that.
Good little Harfoots. Stick to the path, flee every danger. Heaven forbid we explore something new for
Eleanor
once.
Kellermark Brandyfoot.
And the full name comes out. Yeah.
Our laws are clear indeed. But Miss Brandyfoot is young, with as much hair still to grow on her toes as sense between her ears. We depart as planned. What? The Brandyfoot cart will be with us.
Do you see a destiny in this? Do you think the stars reached down and touched you? Is that it? Do you think you're special? You're just a child.
Well, everyone's just a child at one point.
The Galadriel. Scourge of the Orcs.
Never mind what she's the scourge of. Well, I listened to him on occasion, so yes, I had my suspicions.
And you didn't bother telling me about them?
I'm only thinking
I was talking to Ayari.
There is nothing for us on our western shores.
The past is dead. We either move forward or we die with it.
So he has 3 kids. He said I have 1 son, 1 daughter.
When you got into a scrap with the Queen's Guard.
They started
All
that.
got thrown out of your horse train.
That wasn't my fault.
Actually, it feels right, that one wasn't.
I wasn't talking to you!
When the sea trial begins and that ship launches, you will be on it.
I'm made apprentice. I've been accepted to the Builders Guild. Isildur convinced me to reapply.
Isildur convinced you?
He's gone.
You are more than you claim. I found this in the Hall of Law.
The mark. The thing.
The very banner that might unite them again today. Against the evil that now seeks to claim their lands. Your lands, Halbrand.
He is his people's king? For you are him. Oh, okay. I thought, okay.
A cage you have landed in because you chafe under the rags of the common. And the armor that ought to rest upon your shoulders weighs upon your soul.
Okay. Got another one right.
And together we will redeem both our bloodlines.
You're stuck on this island.
That is all about to change.
Okay. I already feel a change in her tone, so maybe that's what this is about. Slow progression. I like that. Well, he is the king to his people. Okay. I'm interested. Why did she assign that guy to Elendil to watch Galadriel? It's a lot of weight she's carrying. It's that stranger dude, the giant. They're carrying him?
Friend.
Have him carry it, bro. That guy's a fucking giant.
This is how we keep up with the others, all of us. He helps us and we help him.
Let's go.
Can we, Mom?
Good idea.
Can we bring him?
Well, you don't have a choice. It looks like, or you'll be the left behind. It's a bit odd, though. The hobbits, you know, they're very communal people, or, well, from what I hear and see. And they're just gonna leave these guys behind. Although, well, what can they do, really? I mean, they can offer help, but everyone's got, like, their own thing to carry, right? So... Whoa. Expose him to the sun. Come on, break it quickly. One of them's free. Uh-oh, he's just gonna run off? Well, we gotta fight together. Just as I spoke of the hobbits and how they are communal. You gotta do that here too, boys. You can't go on your own. Wow. One hit was enough to break the whole thing down.
Release the warg!
A warg. Uh-oh. So annoying. That's kind of cute, you know? Uh-oh. All at once, man. Why are you guys attacking individually? Like, what is this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There you go. Don't run. Come on, help this dude. Nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they shot him. Yep. Another one.
Bring him to Adar.
Adar. This is not gonna be Sauron. This is gonna be like a commander of his or whatever. Oh, come on. What a cliffhanger. All right, cool. All right, that was quite an episode, quite a cliffhanger there. Who is Adar? Might be Sauron. They're implying that it is. I don't know if I'm quite convinced on that one yet. But yeah, before I get more into talking about this episode, if you want to see the full-length reaction, that's available on my Patreon. Early access to these videos available on my Patreon as well. Thank you, patrons, for supporting me all this time. And as a thank you from me to you, I will be giving away some merch on Patreon for your continued support. So thank you so very much, YouTube members, subscribers, commenters, you know, people who like, share, and just watch the videos. Thank you so very much. Now then, Adar is a name that has been used for Sauron, is what they said. Not entirely sure about that. Maybe they have them, maybe they haven't, but they're telling us they have, so I'll take their word for it. I don't have anything to go off of other than the show and the movies. But I think it might not be Sauron. I just don't know why I feel like revealing Sauron this early on, or just showing Sauron at all, is like, I don't know. It's like, because we never really saw, we just see like a thing. We never actually see him. Do you know what I mean? You see like a shadow or whatever, but we don't actually see Sauron. So I feel like just showing him just kind of takes away from it. Do you know what I mean? I don't want them to show him, basically, is what I'm trying to say, because of which I think it might be like, you know, one of those things where in like the Hobbit movies and, you know, in Lord of the Rings, he had many different commanders, many different people who were doing his bidding. This might be one of them as well, you know, especially in the Hobbit movies, right? So I'm not quite yet convinced on that, but we'll find out in the next episode whether he is or he is not. But yeah, there's a few storylines going on. So there's the whole Harfeet thing, the whole Hobbit thing going on. They're introducing us to these two new characters, Nuri and forgot her name, the friend, and they're, I guess, sort of the Sam and Frodo, or maybe Merry and Pippin. But I mean, if you think about it, their story does kind of resemble that of Bilbo before the journey and then after the journey as well, as they are reluctant, but well, one of them is, and the other one is very much looking forward to sort of step outside and explore the world a bit, you know, is a bit more adventurous, wants to explore and wants to make new friends, you know, with giants. Speaking of the giant, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, he's got magic, so he's definitely one of the wizards. He's, which one though? Like I said, it would be kind of nice to get to know a new one, you know? But if it's one of the old ones, particularly Gandalf, I would not complain at all either. So yeah, either way, I'll be happy whoever he turns out to be in the end. Radagast or Gandalf, or actually I don't know anymore. Maybe Sauron. No, actually I don't think he's Sauron anymore, because now there's the whole Adar thing going on as well, so he might be Sauron, which again I don't want it to be, but anyways, that doesn't matter. And there's the whole Halbrand storyline. He's the king, but he's not really the king, or he's was at one point, but now, you know, not so much. He's struggling, his people have struggled, the orcs have taken over. He's kind of their Aragorn. Blasphemy, how dare I compare them? But you know what I mean? Like he's supposed to be the king, but he's not yet, and he has to earn and redeem himself and so on and so forth. And I feel like that's the storyline they're going with him. They're setting up a lot, and they're not giving us that much info, which is fine. You know, they'll reveal eventually. They're just building up the suspense and building the world as well, and slowly, I presume they will let us know more, which I'm very much looking forward to. By the way, it did cross my mind, speaking of Bilbo and Nuri and them, I wonder if they're like their great parents or something, you know what I mean? Of Bilbo's or Frodo and, you know, them boys. Not entirely sure about that one, if they're related at all. Because they haven't really mentioned, you know, anyone with the last name Bagginses. You know, so there's that. I wonder if we'll get to meet Bagginses, not Bagginses, but you know, Smeagol and the other one. Forgot his name. Yeah, I forgot his name. You know, the two brothers, Smeagol and the other one. Anyways, because weren't they hobbits as well? I think so. If I remember that correctly. Yeah, the orcs are building tunnels. They're going underground because obviously, you know, they are the orcs. Arondir tried to escape along with the other elves. Unsuccessful, they turned out to be. But it was all so that we can see Adar finally, whoever that might be. We got to see Isildur, his dad, and his sister as well. And I presume we're going to meet his brother at some point. And we talked about Elros. Now that's the dude that is mortal, if I remember correctly. Brother of Elrond, or chose to be mortal. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, it was fun to see Numenor. The helmets they wear, I feel like they are very similar to the helmets that they wore in Gondor. I remember Faramir in particular wearing that helmet with that little thing. It kind of looked like feathers on it. But yeah, and as soon as I saw the horse statues and stuff like that, I was like, all right, what is this? Rohan? Because their stuff is like horsey as well, do you know what I mean? So I was like, Rohan, but I was like, does Rohan is that even a thing at this point? Because this is like way before that, do you know what I mean? So I was like, all right, well, if it's not that, and then they were like, it's the brightest star, and I'm like, well, okay, Numenor. All right, cool, got it, perfect. So yeah, what exactly is Elendil up to now? He's supposed to watch Galadriel, keep an eye on her, sort of help her along as well. So what exactly is happening there, I'm not entirely sure. There seemed to be a little bit of you know, something going on with Elendil and Isildur as well. Isildur wants to do one thing, Elendil does not want him to do that thing. Isildur is trying to follow in the footsteps of his brother, it would seem like, and his father does not want him to do that. His sister, though, got approved to be the apprentice, which is just lovely, and it was after she was rejected already. So we saw a couple of themes in there. One that I kind of got out of it was to live in the past or to move on, which is kind of funny actually, because I saw El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, like a few days ago, and that I felt at least had the, you know, theme, this massive sort of message to move on, to make your own decisions, to not dwell too much on the past and try to build a better, newer future. And I felt like that was the message here as well. By the way, another little detail which might suggest that the stranger is Gandalf. The password to going into Moria, that scene where they're like getting attacked by the octopus, they're trying to enter the wall. They showed us that in the last episode as well. Was, I don't remember the exact word, but what it meant was friend. And the word that the stranger uses there at the end when he's looking at Nori is friend. So I'm like, ooh, that's a little... I see what you did there. But at the same time, that's the only word that she taught him. Well, not the only... That's the only word we saw her teach him. So that's the only word he can say. But then again, that might be the reason why he had that. But the minds are not... They're the dwarven, though. They're not up for hobbits or anything. So that might be a stretch there. But yeah, that just clicked. I'm like, that's quite interesting. It could be that. It could be a hint to that. Or maybe it's just, you know, they're trying to throw us off. Maybe they're making us think it is Gandalf. They're giving us these little things here and there. Whether he was talking to the flies and stuff, and he's going to be someone entirely new, which, like I said, either way I'm happy if it is Gandalf or if it is someone else, a newer character. But yeah, back to the theme of being stuck in the past or moving on. I mean, it's pretty clear with pretty much all the characters, honestly. You saw it even with the sister, right? Isildur, as well as his brother and his dad. We see it with Galadriel. That's been pretty vivid with Galadriel, particularly from the very get-go, right? Her whole thing is her brother, right? What he said and what his goal was, and she's trying to continue what he wanted to do and what he wanted to achieve. And so pretty much every character that you look at, it has the same. And then the queen, right, that they meet, same thing with her, right? She's like, she's being advised or counseled to not do what happened in the past. Not entirely sure what happened in the past, but you know, they keep speaking of the past. So I'm like, so that's pretty clear. But yeah, I am excited to see the next episode. I went in very low expectations. I was very cynical of the show. Thought it was just going to be crap. It is actually fairly decent. It is one that I am enjoying. I am actually looking forward to the next episode for sure. And let's see how they progress, you know. So far so good, I would say. I'm gonna end it right there. If you enjoyed the video, do drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Like I said, I'm doing plenty of other things. I finished Breaking Bad, the entire series as well. I've seen the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Hobbit trilogy. I'm watching House of the Dragon at the moment as well, and many other shows and movies. Check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, have a nice